Hi, it's Michael from My Expertise Online. I hope you're well. Now in this short video, I just want to show you how to map out your own online digital course. So if you're an expert entrepreneur, if you're a solopreneur, so if you're a trainer, a consultant, if you're a therapist, if you're a coach, you've probably thought at some point along the way that it would be a really good idea to take everything that you know, all that experience, all that know-how, and all that expertise, and take it all and create an online digital course so that you can reach a global market. You know, so you're not concerned about the geography, you're not concerned about a time zone, and you can definitely reach people at the other side of the world. And this also means that you reduce your time for money liability once you've created an online digital course. But how do you map that out? Because it's really important that you do get total clarity on that course before you start. So we need to map that out. Now, where do we start then? Where do we start in the process of mapping out our online digital course? Well, the first thing to do is to think about one course and one course only. I actually find that a lot of people try and ram the kitchen sink into their course. You know what I mean? They take a bit of this, bit of that, and really ram everything in because they think more is more when actually less is more. So that's the first thing that we need to do. We need to be totally clear on one online digital course. Now, the next thing we need to be clear about is what we call our superpower. I know it sounds a little bit cheesy, but when we're talking about a superpower, we're talking about what transformation do you create in the lives or in the business of your customer? So what is it that you do? Well, that's not your superpower, but what is it that you transform? How do you help them? How do you transform them? Because that is your superpower. The transformation you create is where it's at. That's the real thing that we're interested in here. And then the next thing that we need to think about is, who is our customer? Who is our client? Who is our audience? Who do we want to work with? Who we can best serve? So the way we do this is we think about our ideal client avatar, and we'll talk about that more in another video, but we're thinking about that one person that represents everybody that we help, so we can focus on them. So we're focused on the one course, we're focused on the transformation we create, and we're focused on our ideal customer, our ideal client avatar. So that's the starting point. So the next thing that we need to do is thinking about that person, think, where are they now and what would they like to change? What do you want to help them change? Because it's that we need to start with. It's that, where are they now? Where do they want to get to? So this is how we start thinking about how to map out our online digital course. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here. And this is point A. Point A is where they are now. Now, where they are now is likely to be full of pain. It might be that they have problems, they have pain. Now, we'll call it pain to start with because it's usually pain that tells them that they've got a problem and tells them that there's something they need to change. It's that discomfort. It's that thing that keeps them awake at night. It's the thing that they worry about. So point A is where they want to leave. It's where they want to escape from. It's where they are now, but it's not where they want to be. Now that pain is usually caused by a problem. Now the thing about those problems are that they often don't know what they are. They know that they have a symptom, which is a pain, it's a discomfort, but they don't necessarily know what that problem is. So that's where they are now. And what we need to do is we need to get them to this place here, which is point B. So this is their present state, if you like. And this is their outcome that they want to achieve, or we could say their desired state. And it's our job as course creators to take them from where they are now to where they want to be. Now, this is actually the transformation that we create. This is the transformation that we create. However, we can't just leap from point A to point B. We can't take them instantly from where they are now to where they want to be. That just doesn't work. Otherwise, they'd probably have done it themselves. So what we need to do as course creators is think, what is the best route to get them from point A to point B? And we need to so we've got a gap here, and we need to break that gap down into logical steps. Now, we need to think through these logical steps, and we need to think of these as milestones. So these are the milestones that will get them from point A to point B. These are the growth, this is the transformation, this is the change in their life that's going to happen. Now, in business terms, we often call these milestones, don't we? But in course creation terms, we call these modules. So we need to think which modules will get us from point A, or will get our audience from point A to point B. And we need to make sure that there is a logical step from point A to the first module. What would be the logical first step that would get them from here to there? So that's as simple as that, really. But then there needs to be some logic in how we get them to the next module, and how we get them to the next module, and how we get to from there to there, which is point 4, and then to there. Now, I've used 4 modules. I've used 4 stepping stones, if you like. Now, that's just an arbitrary figure. It could have been 3, it could have been 5, it could have been 7. It really doesn't matter. It's what does it take to logically take them from where they are now to where they want to be. So let's think about this in terms, let's put some reality on this. So if I think about my students now, some of the people that they're working with, think about some of their customers. So for example, we might have somebody here that has got burnout. So they're in a highly stressed job, the stress has got to them, the stress has got a bit further than that, and they've now reached this point of burnout. They need to know how to break free from burnout so they can get to a point where they're comfortable, they're relaxed, they're not stressed, and they're functioning normally. It might be that they're suffering from an eating disorder. It might be that they're overweight. Now, in the case of an eating disorder, like binge eating, for example, now their pain is extreme and their problems are immense. But there needs to be a sequence that takes them from where they are now to where they don't have an eating disorder, where they're not binge eating, and where they don't have those day-to-day problems where food becomes them, the thing that they think about the most. So we need to think about that. It may be that they're in sales and they're not making enough sales. So the pain is they're not selling enough of what they are charged to sell. The problem might be that they don't have a really good, robust sales system, and they don't know how to put that into place. But of course, their outcome would be that they have now got a really good sales system, and they are now making really good sales. What else could it be? They're overweight and they want to be not overweight. It may be that they are financially challenged and they want to be in a better place financially. So you know your audience, you know who you work with on a day-to-day basis. Think, where are they now? Where do they want to be? What would be the logical steps that would take them step by step, big chunk steps, to get them to where they want to be? And that is how you map out your first online course. And we have this transformation that takes them from here to here. Okay, that's it for now, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.